What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome to the week of Movie Mondays. This is the Here's for Here podcast. We are back again talking all the week's movie news, entertainment news, and just generally having a bit of a chit-chat about all things to do with film. As always, I'm joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Sean Meehan. Sean, how's it going?
Oh, I'm good. Did I go too Dracula there?
It might have been a bit Dracula untold.
I'm good.
Number 2!
Good to be in the same room again.
Yeah, we were finally back in the same rooms. See, I go off on my travels.
That's true.
It totally ruins the schedule, the system.
You're something of an adventurer.
I would say something of a dickhead. Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh. Jesus. Okay, fair enough.
Put that on my tombstone. Something of an adventure.
Bracket dickhead.
So this is Movie Monday, Sean, and there's a lot of movie news to get through this week.
Good.
We've had reveals of certain cars. We've had
the Artemis Fowl car. Yes.
We've had reveals of certain trailers. Artemis Fowl trailer.
The Artemis Fowl car.
Colin Farrell. Artemis Fowl.
Colin Carroll.
I think that's a different man.
Oh, right. He's an insurance broker or something.
There's definitely a guy in Ireland called that.
Colin Carroll, yeah.
Colin Carroll.
Definitely.
So, where to start this week? I thought we wouldn't start anywhere near Artemis Fowl.
Okay.
Which we will get to.
Let's start on a positive note.
Oh, wow, that's revealing what his thoughts are.
We'll get into it.
We're starting off this week's Movie Monday, Sean, with something, as I haven't seen you in a week.
Yeah.
A little bit over a week. I thought I'd get you riled up early.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Just get you riled up.
Right.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm not a fan of being riled up.
Normally friends, after a while, they'd meet back together, talk about nice things.
Yeah, just catch up.
Yeah.
Have a coffee.
Yeah.
Couple of cakes, maybe.
Cakes? Like a whole cake?
No, like a little patisserie.
Oh, right. Not like...
Have some pulled pork.
A red velvet gatto.
Jeez, that'd be a nice cake, alright.
But like a whole one.
Well, you'd have a slice each,
Next time bring a fucking cake, right?
I'm sorry.
You put the idea out there now.
Now I want cake, Sean.
Star Wars.
Oh!
Your favourite franchise.
Oh, do we need to do spoilers for this? Spoiler warning.
How long was... No.
I know, okay, fair enough.
About December.
Well, we'll be talking about... I know what this news is.
Yeah.
I'm still a bit pissed off
about it. That's why I brought it up first.
Yeah.
Star Wars. This is spoilers for The Rise of Skywalker.
Grand.
A movie that came out in December 19th.
I'm just saying, some people... look.
It's March.
Your March.
Fair enough. Star Wars. J.J. Abrams says that Palpatine is a clone.
Will be a clone.
Sorry, is a clone.
Yeah. Oh! Yeah. Yeah, this is... I mean, look. Okay. So... It happened in the expanded universe. By all accounts, it happened in a better way. But also, it was revealed that Rey's father was a failed Palpatine clone.
Yes.
But that just means she's Palpatine's daughter, not granddaughter.
She's half clone. Half.
Can clones reproduce? This opens a whole... The problem with this announcement is just the can of worms that it opens.
Not only that, but they also revealed that the Kylo Ren Rey kiss wasn't romantic, right?
What was it then?
No, I've never actually unromantically shifted. You know what I mean?
I get you, yeah.
You never been like, let's unromantically swap tongues.
Yeah, let's just see how this goes.
Mother! Father! If you'd allow me.
Well, you can't even... There's a virus going around.
There is, you don't want to be...
You can't stay doing that nonsense.
You don't want to be going in close to people.
But, like, what benefit is there? I guess it explains how he survived falling down a pit and electrocuting himself and exploding.
That would hinder most men.
Because what the story here is that after the events of Return of the Jedi, Palpatine transferred his spirit into a clone body, which then degraded because it wasn't able to handle his dark side energy. That's what's been put out there.
Now, I can give it to you in the actual statement.
If you could,
that
please.
they gave. So,
I mean, I just quoted it verbatim.
Absolutely, but the visual effects supervisor, Roger Goyette, He says, Ian was such a major part of the original films. JJ wanted to bring him back to reveal that Palpatine wasn't completely destroyed in Episode 6. He created a clone of himself and, with the help of Sith loyalists, rebuilt himself to a fragmented and unstable state. When Kylo meets him, Palpatine is not fully formed, and he relies on tubes and mechanics, moving around this Sith laboratory on a mechanism that Kevin Jenkins designed. He was the spirit
Sorry,
of
is Kevin Jenkins
Gosh,
in the Star Wars universe?
I don't know. Okay. Kevin Jenkins the man.
Yeah, he's friends with Palpatine.
He's just on this planet just hammering away getting this fucking lever done. He has the spirit of the Sith, but he's trapped inside a body that's incomplete.
Oh no, aren't we all?
Aren't we all, Sean? Is the best idea for a movie is to reveal it to lukewarm response and then retroactively try to rewrite the movie and continuously make it worse with every rewrite?
I think so. I think this is an attempt to sell a comic book about Palpatine in the in-between years.
Right.
But also, there was a thing about it was in the novelization of
Yes, that's
Rise of
where they
Skywalker.
got this, yeah.
Yeah, and Kylo Ren is like, when he meets him on Exegol, he's like, oh, he recognised the cloning technology from his time studying the Clone Wars. And it's just like, just say it's a clone.
Yeah.
Don't try and connect it to everything.
He actually says that. Kylo Ren's apparent rumoured is that when Palpatine starts talking to him, he goes, "You're a clone." Like, real out in the open.
Just, clone boy.
Everybody look, it's clone.
The logistics of it don't make any sense. And I don't think this explanation was needed.
No.
Because he was fucked up enough that I would have believed if it was his original body.
I like how bad Star Wars has become. It's quite funny.
We did a review on it. We were fairly we wanted to like it nearly.
But I did not like it.
Looking back on it, it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I
suppose I paid money for a ticket, so I wanted to feel like I enjoyed it.
Yeah. But
I saw that film on Christmas Eve.
You did?
Yeah.
Retroactively going back to rewrite movies after they've already come out is not something you often see with good movies.
No. Name one example where it's ever been good.
Yeah. I can't.
I know.
Has there ever been a movie that's brought out that's been received very well and they went, fuck, we may start retroactively rewriting shit?
Yeah, and it's not even... It would have been so easy to put it into the movie.
Yeah. The movie's already 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, just throw in one line of just like, oh, he used technology from the Clone Wars to create a new body.
I mean, Palpatine being there is ridiculous as it is.
Really it is.
It's really dumb.
And it's a real, oh, we killed our big villain.
Just really quickly, Sean, how did he die the last time? Sorry, not how did he die, but when was the last time we seen him?
Return to Jedi.
Yeah.
He fell down. He was thrown down
with force.
a reactor shaft.
Yes.
Which then emitted a load of blue light.
Yeah.
And then the shaft
exploded.
The shaft was inside of the Death Star.
Yeah.
Which then exploded.
Yeah, the whole Death Star.
The whole thing.
So it wasn't even that he could go to a different room.
No, and it's not like he fell out of the Death Star. No. That's not how that works.
And even if he did, he'd just be in space and he would still die.
Yeah, Luke fell down a shaft at one point.
Yeah.
He grabbed onto a fucking aerial, and if no one came along, he was just going to die.
But even if Palpatine, his little Palpatine hanging onto that aerial,
yeah,
it still blows up.
Still
gone.
Still ridiculous. And his son being a clone of himself.
Failed clone. So Rey is also a clone. Not really.
How many fucking successful clones did we have? Billions.
Yes, that's true.
They had a whole war with them.
But this is 70 years later and they haven't perfected it.
Haven't perfected the technology. Even if Kylo Ren says he's using the Clone Wars technology, it's the same fucking technology that made Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And he lasted for ages before falling into a pit.
He was amazing.
He was the best character. You've right. You have got me a bit riled up.
Yeah, I know.
And I always say, I'm not that into Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm quite into Star Wars.
It's because... I don't know, it's just lazy. It's just dumb to do this afterwards.
Yeah, and it's...
every single thing they do makes it worse.
Yes, and just let it be. Let it be there and focus on good shit like The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
You know, make those stories good instead of trying to fix what's already broken.
They have served you a big shit cake.
Yeah.
And then they just keep adding, like...
Candles to it.
Candles, icing.
Yeah.
It's just like, what about this?
It might... Look, it might be fuller now, but it's still shit on the inside.
Yeah, like, your original idea was not the best. And I think you just have to admit that, right, we fecked up.
Yeah. Let's
just go again. Make The Mandalorian the best thing ever.
Yeah, do more stuff in the Star Wars universe and just forget about the rest of it.
And even there's some people out there who like The Rise of Skywalker.
And that's fine. It's fine if you like it.
But I think as a storytelling device, bringing Palpatine back was not the strongest way they could have done that.
I think it undercuts a lot tension. Of stakes. Yeah, the stakes, and it undercuts the seriousness of what's happened before.
And they had to work very hard to write around him being back.
Yes.
He's a clone, Rey's a clone, granddaughter, all that stuff.
Like, someone tweeted this, and it was, if you're ever a writer and you're struggling, just remember that there was a multi-billion-dollar movie made where the entire plot was somehow Palpatine survived. And it's never addressed.
Never explained.
Until now.
No matter how loyal those loyalists are, they can't save him from that explosion.
They weren't at the bottom of the shaft, is all I'm saying. No. And fuck it. I don't care.
Oh, man. You do, though.
I do, and it annoys me that I do.
I hope they keep doing this for the next, like...
They just keep rewriting
Just keep rewriting the movie as it goes on, and then George Lucas... But if they do enough rewrites, George Lucas, in 3 years, will release a DVD... and they'll redo all of the writing.
Man.
In extra scenes, deleted scenes. He'll DVD special, and he'll change a few shots.
Yeah.
It'll be amazing.
It would be, like, why not? Just let them have at it. Fuck it. I don't, like...
Redo the whole movie, but let George Lucas do it. Or let George Lucas go off JJ's movie, and you just say, right, here's 2.5 hours, George, you free rein. Add or delete anything you want.
Yeah. But also I want him to have a half-hour animated film where he can just explain whatever he wants in the in-between his way. Because it'll be batshit insane.
That's not how it happened.
It'll somehow work, though.
Palpatine's alive.
If he said it, I'd believe him.
No, still it's bad.
Yeah, like... You could, yeah, I don't know.
How much more coarse can sand get? We don't know.
Just sand can get very coarse.
Can it get very coarse?
Well, at a certain point, it stops being sand and turns into rock.
Fucking hell!
Yeah.
Jesus, Anakin was onto something.
Yeah, no, it's Dwayne Johnson.
Okay, we're going to move on to something that won't get you riled up.
Excellent.
Artemis Fowl.
I said it was bad, but who knows?
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
The Artemis Fowl trailer dropped, and we got a lovely message. DM on Twitter.
Yeah, Liz sent it to us.
She said, and she was like, she'd like to hear our thoughts, and we were going to do it anyway, but it's just nice to give you a shout out if you were kind enough to be like, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Yeah,
because our thoughts are normally incoherent.
Absolutely, but and roughly strung together by each other.
So,
like, we both, to clear things up, we both grew up reading Artemis Fowl.
I think Artemis Fowl was one of the first book series like I got into.
Yeah,
massively.
It was like that and Harry Potter.
And Alex Rider.
Alex Rider, yes. And I was a big nerd.
Yeah, I think we were both the exact same nerd.
I read The Famous Five and The Secret Seven.
Yes! So
yeah, man.
I was big into that for a little bit.
Okay, cool. We're on the same page.
Yeah, we're so both sad.
I know.
I think, but it made me have the ability to read. I always said the show I can't read, and now I've just said I read all those books.
You've outed yourself as a reader.
Oh, fuck. So the Artemis Fowl, not the Artemis Fowl, is finally getting a trailer. Owen Colfer got this sent to movies.
Yeah.
For years it was rumoured they were doing a movie.
Oh, like since I was like 13, I've been hearing Artemis Fowl movie.
Yeah, and Alex Rider got a movie.
Yeah.
That did not go well.
Not at all.
No, but now Artemis Fowl, he's getting a chance to do it. The movie is coming out this May. Mm-hmm. It's a fantasy epic.
Epic.
A fantasy epic, they're calling it.
So, and also, let's call this as it is. Disney's Artemis Fowl.
Disney's Artemis Fowl, because they own it. Yes, they do.
Just putting that out there.
But Artemis Fowl, if I was know, he's a 12-year-old genius and is a descendant of a long line of criminal masterminds.
Yeah, and he's a little shit.
He's a little shit. So, what I wanted to start with is, everything I remember about Artemis Fowl is that he's a dickhead.
He's a prick to everyone.
He doesn't come across as much of a dickhead in this. trailer.
No, he comes across like a kid who's going on an adventure. Now, also, I just want to say as well, nothing against any of the actors in this trailer.
No.
They're doing what they were told to do.
Yes.
Just putting that out there.
Right, because are you going to say something vicious now?
No.
Okay.
I just want a blanket statement. I think any actor is doing their best.
Yeah, and definitely better than us.
Of course.
We can only watch this as two men who have read Artemis Fowl.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to start with, is that I don't feel this trailer or this movie is made for us.
No, absolutely not. It's Disney's Artemis Fowl.
Yeah, I think it's made for us when we were 10 reading this.
Yeah.
You know, because I think when I was 10, this would have blown my goddamn mind.
Yes.
I
went to see Starbreaker. I know.
I think I rented it twice
Unreal.
on DVD.
Unreal.
But I think that, first of all, this doesn't look to follow the books exactly. It seems like a mix between the first and the second book.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Because the first book is the elves attacking him.
Yes, because he kidnaps a fairy.
Yes. Also, Artemis Fowl's whole thing is that there's elves and fairies living underneath the world.
And it's all very Irish.
Yeah, and they're all living under Ireland.
Yeah.
Like, Ireland is the hub of all the fairy and elf
magic
worlds.
and power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he discovers this. He's 12 and he discovers this. And so he's trying to prove it to people because he's a genius. And he's like, I'm fucking right. And everyone's like, you're 12. What the fuck do you know?
Well, the Fowl family has lost their fortune.
Yes.
So he kidnaps a fairy and is like, I know you guys have a shit ton of gold.
Yes.
And he holds her to ransom.
And then the elves, it's literally like... it's a hostage situation. It's like Home Alone. They all like try to attack his house and he's got like millions of traps laid out. He's like, you're not getting through.
Yeah. And it's just a fucking good story, and it's very Irish.
Yes.
So that's why it wasn't forced upon us, but it was really like, we're all really excited about it.
I got beaten around with the book and then I read it.
And the second one is where you encounter like his father, and his father's kidnapped by goblins.
Yes.
So that whole side of it seems to be in this movie. Because
at the end of the first one, the elves don't like him, but there's like a bit of respect. Like, he knows about us, but he could be useful.
Exactly, yeah. And so, he's treated as a suspect when the goblins are uprising and everything. You get Opal Cowboy is involved.
Oh, I remember him well.
Oh, Jesus, lads. But I don't know. This film doesn't have the same, I suppose, energy as the books.
It's hard to replicate that, though.
It is, but it's too bright.
You think?
It's too bright. Like, the entirety of the first Artemis Fowl nearly takes place at night.
In the house.
In a fucking cell.
Yeah.
Whereas this is, like, colourful and it's kind of the Stormbreaker effect.
Yes.
You know?
Or, did you see that Kim Possible reboot?
Yeah.
Like, it's just add as much colour into it as possible.
Yeah, where it's a bit more...
But once again, this is not for us.
It's not for us.
And people who are 10 like colour.
Yeah, like, you want this to be... You want it to feel like a real world, but there's fairies and everything in it. I mean, that's what I'm looking for. But maybe it has to be more fantasy than that.
I think they were afraid to do the first book because that makes him look like a bad guy.
And I think they're trying to set up a franchise with this.
Yes. And so, but they got a whole franchise of him being a dick at the start.
Yeah, and he slowly learns to not be a dick.
Yeah.
There's a whole like point in one of the books that he calls his mother Mum.
Yeah.
And she like breaks down crying so happy.
Because she never calls her mum.
Never calls her mum.
Because like Artemis Fowl in the books is the biggest dick. He's a 12-year-old, but he's a genius.
Yeah.
And he's just so mean to everybody. He's the rich boy.
Yeah.
And so you're up for the elves. When they're attacking him, you're kind of up for the elves, but then you're from his point of view.
Yeah, you see everything. No, actually, it pops around between
from
characters.
Holly Short.
Holly Short.
Holly Short is in this trailer. I got a bit excited when I seen Holly. I was like, that's my gal.
Yeah, we all love Holly.
But she's the same height as him, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because in the book, I always got the impression she was like 1 foot tall.
Yeah, like she was an elf, like,
yes.
And she lives underground and everything like that. Speaking of height differences, Josh Gad as Mulch Diggums.
Yes,
he's a tall dude. Like
they explained it by saying he's a tall dwarf.
He's a tall dwarf.
Yeah,
but no, I like Josh Gad as Mulch Diggums.
I think it's good.
I think the look of that character is quite good.
Mulch Diggums is a dwarf who can chew through anything.
Yeah, he has a little flap on his pants. and he just eats and shits, and that's how he moves through the ground.
It's good.
It's ridiculous.
We're more excited about this than Star Wars.
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you be?
Look.
But this whole trailer feels quite like, I don't know, Bad Boys for Life, but for 10-year-olds.
Okay, what do you mean?
Just that there's weird, like, I'm such a badass lines.
Yes.
Like, what was it? Say my father saved the world.
Yeah, there's just lines done for the trailer. The music is so weird.
Yeah. It's like Sonic level of, like, why'd you pick that song?
It's like real strong, like rapping, just like, he's just a kid.
He's just a kid.
We could be the greatest.
But, like, the whole thing about Artemis Fowl is that he's really, 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 really smart. He's a dickhead. He's not very good practically.
No.
Like, he'll kill himself trying to climb up a ladder.
Yes, but he's smart enough to think his way through situations. But that's why him and the elves work well together.
Yeah.
Because Holly Short is really good at all that stuff.
Exactly. Like, in the second book, spoilers, I guess, but he's just behind the scenes orchestrating the rescue of his father. He's not actually there doing it. He shoots his father at one point.
Yeah.
Because it would make sense. It's so good. But in this, he's holding swords and cocking guns and everything like that. He feels more like a child action star than a weird prick.
I think they have to do that though to sell this movie. Weirdly, even though the book is very popular, I don't think the book is in movie form. I don't think the book works. If you have a star, if your lead star is a dickhead, he's 12 years old, he's a genius, he's a dickhead, he's not very likeable, and he doesn't actually do anything other than just outthink everybody constantly. He's then a CSI Miami villain.
I get you.
Technically.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a scenario where that could work, but everything I can, like the only one I'm thinking of that's coming to mind is Doctor Strange, where he's a dickhead.
Yeah, but even he does things though.
Yeah, he's active.
Yeah,
in it.
He's not proactive. He's proactive in a different way than normal you would see as a character who's leading a movie.
Yeah, and I don't know where this movie's going to go. I think this is going to be a one and done.
I was going to say this is a one and done. There's no way they're getting fewer of this.
No, and I'd like to see it do well just because it's Irish and it's a big story.
Clearly we know a lot about it. Like,
yeah, like I read all the books, man. Like I have. This is one of the few things that I have nostalgia for and appreciation for.
Doesn't he go mental by like the sixth one?
Yeah,
he becomes schizophrenic.
He gets, what's it called, Atlantis syndrome or something like that.
How do you remember this?
I don't know. But he ends up, he has to get like fully treated. He travels through time at one point.
Yeah, look,
there's a lost demon colony.
I respect the fact that they tried to do this movie form. The amount of elves and trolls and dwarves.
I also think a one-to-one adaptation would work just as well as the version they're doing. Now, Owen Colfer, the writer, has signed off on this movie, being like, no, I approve these changes that they're making.
But they just drove a truckload of money to his house.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know. I want to see it do well. Colin Farrell looks good in it.
Colin Farrell, we haven't mentioned who's in it.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But Colin Farrell's always good.
Yeah, Butler looks good.
Butler does look good. It looks intimidating.
Yeah. Kid playing Artemis Fowl actually looks the part.
Yeah. I think it's Ferdia Shaw.
Yeah.
And he's playing Artemis Fowl. Colin Farrell is playing the father. Judi Dench is playing Commander Root.
Great call.
Yes. He's the leader of the fairy police force.
Excellent.
Yes. And Josh Gad plays Mulch Diggums. Yeah. So I mean, it's a good cast. It's coming out May 29th, 2 days before my birthday.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. Do you want to go see it for my birthday?
Yes, we might as well.
Sure, we might as well.
We'll dress up in costume. We'll bring the books with us.
Just us two.
Yeah.
In the cinema. Yeah.
In an empty cinema.
Oh, so what can you do? That's the dream.
That's the dream.
Yeah, so there's the Artemis Fowl trailer. I would guarantee at least 70% of our audience do not give a shit about what we just talked about. But
for like, what, 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, but sure, look. It's a book we once read.
They're good books.
Yeah.
They're very good books.
And in terms of the trailer, I think it's aimed at a demographic.
Yes, and that's not us.
No.
Which I think a lot of people are annoyed by that because they were the fans when it came out.
Yeah, but that they want to make more money off.
Absolutely, yeah. And this, like, if a kid sees this, they might read the book after it.
Yeah. Okay, we're moving on to less good news. I would even say bad news.
Oh, God.
Steven Spielberg says that he won't direct Indiana Jones 5. Now, Sean.
Right. Let's all take a moment, pour one out.
Oh, man. Is this the end of Indy?
I don't care if it is.
Kind of hope it is.
Kind of hope it is. Like, does he say why he's stepping back? Or is he just not interested?
He will remain as a hands-on producer, but it was actually left entirely to him on his choice, and he had a desire to pass along Indy's whip to a new generation, he said.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. So a younger director.
James Mangold is into
Logan,
direct.
Dude.
Now he's interesting. Hit him with the bad news, hit him with the good.
Jesus.
Indiana Jones' biggest movie of 2020.
Oh, Jesus, it just about could be. I mean, Ford vs Ferrari made a load of money.
I'm just saying, James Mangold, very talented director.
Yes.
He did Logan.
Yes.
Which is a story of an old, broken down hero.
Former hero. Past his prime.
Tried to reclaim that fame, or his glory days.
Oh my God.
Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford is 107 years old. He's past his prime. He's really, really old.
His prime was 10 years ago.
He's broken his leg on several Star Wars sets. The man can barely walk.
Yeah.
He's grumpy. He's angry. He's Harrison Ford.
Like,
James Mangold is looking at this going, money.
This is it, lads. I don't know. I think there's space to do an Indiana Jones film that's not all jumpy action, because he can't do that and it's not going to look good. You need to be clever about the way you make it. But like, Logan was fantastic, and most of that isn't like hard-hitting action. There's a couple of scenes. There's
more just like dour, sad moments. So then when the action moments come at the end, it like hits harder.
Yeah, and like there's it's a lot of talking and just feeling shit,
feeling emotions.
But
like, I feel my own feelings.
One of the biggest set pieces though is Logan moving slowly through a hotel.
Yes,
like, if you're clever about it, there's ways to do it.
But Indiana Jones 5, Sean.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking James Mangold. He's a very talented man. Is he talented enough to make Indiana Jones 5 something you want to see?
I don't think anyone's talented enough to make Indiana Jones 5 something I want to see.
I wouldn't even trust. I think I would watch a James Mangold movie. I'd watch a Taika Waititi or a James Gunn Indiana Jones 5.
Something just off the wall.
Or Edgar Wright. But I don't think it would. I think they'll have to go away from what made Indiana Jones. And piss off a lot of people who like Indiana Jones to get to a good movie.
I think those people are already pissed off.
He did meet aliens in the last one.
Extra-dimensional beings, Connor.
I do apologise. Don't want to be
They
racist.
live in the space between spaces. Did you not listen to John Hurt?
No.
Harold Oxley.
No, sorry. I did. Did you watch that movie recently?
No, I just. It's like National Treasure 2. It's just burned in my brain.
Your memory is fascinating.
I know. It's the weirdest type of memory that anyone has.
We've talked about this before. I seen that movie when 2006. When did that movie come out? 2006, 2007?
About then.
Yeah, I think I seen it in the cinema. And it was the first Indiana Jones movie I seen.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
we used to watch them all.
At Christmas.
And even just on days.
Right.
We had a box set of them. I remember it was weird because they were all real slim DVD cases.
Right.
That information has no bearing on the discussion, but I just thought I'd put it out there.
You really came into the moment there, though.
I really just relived it.
You kind of nobody could see it, but you looked into the distance as you said they were really thin DVDs.
Yeah, and I bought it as Indiana Jones: The Complete Trilogy.
How silly you must have felt when the best one was yet to come.
I know, and it's odd in a way because now I have those 3 slim DVDs, and then a regular size DVD.
Oh, you paid money for number 4.
Had to have the full collection,
yeah.
But now the 4th one stands out like a sore thumb
in both movie form and in your DVD collection.
Oh, very good.
Thank you.
Oh, the shelf is unbalanced.
No, seriously, it's really bad.
Jesus, falling over all the time.
So Steven Spielberg is out from Indiana Jones 5.
This is like James Cameron leaving Terminator, though.
Yeah.
Like, and if he's on as a producer, I feel he forfeits all right to any creative control.
But James Cameron did not forfeit any right to
Not
all
at
creative
all.
control. So are we going to say Steven Spielberg will also be like, no, I think he needs to be in another fridge?
I hope he just, fuck's sake, I think he should just come to set one day and then leave and just get a paycheck.
What if we had more sharks? Stephen, this is not just leave.
So, what if there was AI involved?
If he met aliens from not this dimension or their other dimension, in between the dimensions.
I'm on board. I'm back.
If Harrison Ford read that in the script for 5, I can just imagine his face. Just imagine Harrison Ford's face while reading the script for number 4.
Yeah, but he'd already signed the contract.
Fuck's sake.
Thinking he was going to fight Nazis or something.
Oh, Jesus.
I think he genuinely likes Indiana Jones as a character.
I don't think he likes very much, but I think he does like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, like, he certainly prefers it to Han Solo.
Oh, he hates Star Wars.
It's just, I suppose he's been talking
He got sick when he heard about Palpatine. A clone?
Fuck you.
So yeah, Indiana Jones 5 will be directed by James Mangold, it is rumoured, which I think very good director for a franchise that I think needs to die.
Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs, but that's how it be sometimes.
I think James is wasting his time. I think maybe just move on to a project that is actually half decent.
Ah, yes, the New Mutants.
The New Mutants, we'll get to that.
Really?
And well, kind of. Christian Bale. We did talk about Christian Bale.
We did.
Now, I wanted to bring this up after the minute I heard about this news story. There's only one man I wanted to talk to about it.
Yeah.
And that was you. Because Christian Bale was confirmed that he was going to be appearing in Thor Love and Thunder.
Yes.
There was rumours.
Speculation
Speculation that we started by ourselves.
Yep.
And you got very excited.
I've seen it on other news sites as well, Connor.
Thinking Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
Beta Ray Bill would be who Christian Bale would be playing.
Carbonite Warrior Beta Ray Bill.
Who is just Horse Thor.
Horse Thor, all the powers of Thor but a horse.
Yeah, wow. But Christian Bale has now been confirmed as the villain in Thor Love and Thunder.
I'm
John.
still hopeful.
That he's Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
How?
Beta Ray Bill could be, like, he could be perceived as a threat and then become friends through Love and Thunder.
Fuck. I never thought of it like that.
But I'd also like to put out a further claim.
Oh, another claim that won't be right.
That I know who he's going to play.
Who is he going to play?
Gore the God Butcher.
So that's different from Beta Ray Bill, really, when you think about it.
It is, yes.
You specifically just told me, I would say 65 seconds ago, you were thinking Beta Ray Bill.
I have two hopes. Bill or Gore?
Which one do you like more?
Bill, probably,
Bill.
yeah.
Who's Gore?
Gore the God Butcher is...
Sounds like a nice guy, by the way.
Yeah. It was in Unworthy Thor, but Gore the God Butcher, his whole idea was that, the gods don't benefit anyone. Everything they do just causes more hassle for regular people. So he went around killing gods.
Yes.
And then...
I know this!
Yes.
And then... the Watcher tells Thor a secret.
Yeah.
While he's about to die. Or that he was right.
Yeah, that Gore was right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Thor loses the ability to pick up Mjolnir, becomes unworthy, and then Jane Foster takes up the mantle of Thor.
Holy shit, that sounds amazing.
And it sounds like Jane Foster's in Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Putting that out there.
And she came out to Comic-Con with a big hammer.
Ooh.
And it's not just heavily rumoured, it's pretty much expected. There's going to be a bit of a Lady Thor in this.
Bit of a Lady Thor. So, like, there's space there for... Like, because Thor can still wield Stormbreaker if he's unworthy.
Can he?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only Mjolnir has the worthiness.
You take the little one.
Yeah, literally. So it's him. And does Thor take it back at the end?
He has both of them at the end.
He has both of them at the end. So he could conceivably lose it and then just be unworthy Thor. And then you have Chris Hemsworth, but not with a broken power level.
Fuck. That's really good.
You know?
So Gore, it's his idea is that he goes around killing all the gods because they don't help.
Yes.
And Thor is obviously like, well, all of the gods are dying off. I'm going to have to fight this guy to sort it out.
Defeat him.
And then the Watcher, who is a Marvel character. I don't think they'll have the Watcher in this, though.
They had the Watchers in Guardians.
What it did for that one thing where Stan Lee was a Watcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're right in saying that the Watcher knew it, but Nick Fury's the one that tells Thor.
Right. But Nick Fury is the Watcher at that point.
At that point, he has all the knowledge of the Watcher. I talk about it in the Thor Hero Zero.
Yeah.
But Nick Fury, Thor's fighting Nick Fury, and Nick Fury says Gore was right, and then he loses the ability to carry Mjolnir.
Yes.
So, I think you can adapt that in a certain way. Thor doesn't even have to be told; he just needs to believe it.
Yeah, all he need, he's not worthy if he believes it.
Yeah.
If he believes he's not worthy, then he's not worthy. It's not that if he's not worthy as a human.
Yeah, and it's a funny one because I think we've kind of seen that story.
Yeah, with the depression Thor.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of the same beats in Thor films about am I worthy to rule? All this.
Good accent.
Thanks very much. So I think people might get a little irked if they see that again. But I think Thor doesn't want to be... I don't think he wants to be all-powerful God at the minute.
No. He doesn't even want to be the leader of Asgard.
No, he gave that to Valkyrie.
Yeah, and I think that was a major step in, he's like, I don't have to do that. You're better for the role.
Yeah.
He looked at Tessa Thompson, he's like, you're more, you in charge is better than me in charge.
Yeah.
Which Thor from Thor 1 and 2 would not have done that.
No, not at all, yeah. He would have just... Because he thought it was his
right.
His right or his destiny to rule. He would have fought for it. So I think you could kind of do the Thor 1... in Thor 1, he loses powers and he's trying to become worthy again.
Yes.
You could do that again, but he's fine with not being worthy.
Yeah, and he just, leaves it.
Yeah, and he just... he'd still have Asgardian strength, but not God strength,
And you could have the thing where Gore continues killing off the gods.
Yeah.
For example. And then it's Natalie Portman. She takes up the hammer.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm going to fucking stop him, so. If you won't do it, I'm going to stop him.
Yeah.
And
then they team up at the end.
And then she's like, she either fights him and she starts winning or she starts losing. There's a big battle and she's like, fuck, I need a bit of help here.
Yeah.
And then you got Thor and Lady Thor fucking kicking the shit out of him.
And the whole thing is that it doesn't matter if you're worthy.
Yes. I like that.
I think it'd be an alright way to go.
Is Marvel going to take all of the Batmen in a row and just make them villains?
Oh,
so far we've got Keating and we've got Bale.
Mm-hmm. So we're waiting on Kilmer.
Yeah. And Clooney. Kilmer and Clooney are the only ones left. Oh, and Affleck.
And Affleck, of
Kilmer,
course.
Clooney and Affleck.
I don't think Affleck would do another superhero.
Affleck does not want to go near another superhero movie.
Not for a while anyway.
That's, so you've got Kilmer. Who could Val Kilmer play? The Watcher.
What is it, The Watcher?
George Clooney would be...
Oh,
Captain America? Or?
I could see him as a spider, like a Norman Osborn, maybe.
Actually.
He's got the charisma, but also a bit of lunacy.
I think that's the idea of just cast all the Batmen and just Marvel just hoover them up just for no reason. Okay, so we're moving on to our next piece of news. This is news that you sent to me, and just you sent me this news story. And we don't normally actually talk about movie news when we're not doing the show because obviously we would just repeat ourselves. But I got a message on the old WhatsApp.
The old WhatsApp.
I opened my phone and there's a message that just says, lads. And a link. Right? And that's all I got. So, No Time to Die, James Bond's latest feature, has been pushed back to November.
Fuck. Seems we have a bit more time to die.
So much time.
Yeah. So,
due to the coronavirus. If
you haven't heard, I'm sorry if we're the ones to break it to you.
Yes, it's due to that. The movie was meant to be coming out, I think it's either this week or was it next week?
I think it was next week.
Next week. And they have pushed it back 8 months.
Yeah, because the whole thing was that there was a premiere happening.
So it was actually not even going to come out until officially April 10th.
April 10th,
So then it got pushed to November 12th.
It feels like a disproportionate response.
Seems like a long time.
So they were saying because the premiere was happening, they didn't want to have a premiere and have everyone travel from all over the world.
No, because the premiere was happening in China, I think.
Yeah.
Because James Bond is massive
in China.
In the Asian market. Like, that's where they would make a bulk of their sales.
Yeah, so if there's no premiere, if people by and large aren't going to large gatherings, that's really going to hurt them. Yes.
And I don't think they want to release this movie and lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
But then, the stat I have is they've lost $30 million by postponing it for these 8 months.
I mean, yeah, because think of the marketing and all that's going to have to be done again.
So if you spend $30 million on marketing and then the movie doesn't fucking come out, and there's marketing all over the place, like this is all over, like billboards, buses, everything.
They're really pushing this one.
And so you spend $30 million, which that shit doesn't come cheap.
Not at all.
And then you go, we'll push it back 8 months. In October, you have to do it all again. And you got to put it on buses, and you got to put it on billboards, and you got to put it on TV.
And like a couple of things. I think November's a good slot for a Bond film.
True.
It's also a tough spot, like, in terms of competition.
Because everybody's trying to get that pre-Christmas.
Yeah, when people are spending anyway, and they want to just...
They go to the shopping centre to go get some Christmas presents.
Yeah.
And sure, look, the kids are annoying me.
Go in.
We'll go into the cinema.
Go in and watch James Bond there.
Go out there for a few hours now. Go in there and watch James Bond.
Yeah.
And me and your father are going to go do some shopping.
Literally. Like, I think is Eternals coming out around that time?
Yes.
Eternals this year?
Is it this year or next year?
I don't know. There's something coming out in November that's massive, because I don't think we're getting a Star Wars this year.
There is another Marvel movie coming out this year at some stage.
Yeah, because we have Black Widow and then Eternal. I think it's Eternals, man.
Okay.
Just stop looking at me funny.
I know, I'm not looking at you funny. I genuinely think it might be.
Do you mind if I do a Googs on that?
You do a Googs, because we're not normally right. So.
You know what? Fair play to you.
I don't want to put any false information out there. Also, this fact means nothing. We're just saying that they're going up against them.
November 6th, 2020. Remember.
The movie Remember.
Is that a movie? All right.
Sequel to Hello.
Remember I said hello to you?
Do you fucking remember?
I said it twice,
Rude
man.
Dickhead.
So, like, it's going to have competition regardless. But, like, I don't know.
Will there ever be a time to die?
What if this movie just never comes out? Because this has been delayed so many goddamn times.
The first thing I said to you was Daniel Craig has wanted for years to be done with this franchise.
To sign off on it.
And I guarantee he thinks this is some fucking prank.
Yeah.
Like,
to keep him around.
This is so mean to... Like, he wanted to leave 5 years ago. And they're just like, do 2 more. And you'll be in and out. You'll be in and out. We'll get you in and out. We'll finish the last 2 and then you can go.
But the danger here as well is that they say, oh, we have some time, let's tweak some stuff.
Oh, yes.
You know. So, and...
You're a clone.
James Bond famously sells phones in these recent ones.
True.
There's going to be... September of every year is when new phones come out.
Phone's out of date.
Phone's out of date already.
Whatever he's on.
The
iPhone
car
6.
could be out of date. iPhone 6. The Nokia 3310.
Flip up phone.
Yeah.
Just look, oh fuck.
Like
Sony Ericsson.
Yeah, fuck's sake. Yeah, do you remember all the Sony, like...
So he's infrared things to Penny.
There's a bit of dust in the air, I'm sorry. I don't know, this film is... by coming out later, it's made itself more irrelevant to me.
It was fairly irrelevant as it was.
Yeah, I wasn't going to see it.
No, we weren't going to watch it.
We weren't going to do a James Bond review.
Oh, absolutely not, Jesus. We might now. Maybe in 8 months, we'll have ramped up the energy to the point where I'll be like, you know what? If we don't review that movie, we're going to be missing out.
Yeah, this is the one we're covering in November, Sean.
Because I am a fucking hole covering the Eternals.
At least once the Eternals comes out, we'll be able to know what the Eternals are.
Actually, that review, I'm thinking you just do a 55-minute monologue of what the Eternals are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's what I've been doing the previous 50 weeks of this show.
How many times has that happened? What are the Eternals?
It's like, oh, okay.
Someone needs to put that in a shirt. And then on the back, oh no.
Oh no, the Celestials experimented on the Dawn Ape.
Yeah, so No Time to Die will not die. This movie is going to go on. Daniel Craig just wants to leave.
He wants to go do more Knives Out.
Yeah, Knives Out too. He loves Knives Out. He hates James Bond.
I hope it comes out.
Have you seen Knives Out yet?
No.
Watch Knives Out.
Excellent.
Remember I recommended Into the Spider-Verse, and now it's your favourite Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
I'm Knives Out. Watch it.
My favourite Daniel Craig
It's
movie.
your favourite Spider-Man movie.
Oh, fucking hell, boys.
Our next piece of news is actually, I would say it's not really news,
right?
But it's definitely something I'm interested in. I thought it would kick off a bit of a conversation.
Okay.
Fantastic Four.
Yes.
John Krasinski says that he trusts that Kevin Feige will cast him if he's a good fit for the role. This has come off the back of John Krasinski was doing a bit of press, and someone said to him that Marvel have now actually kind of started drawing Mr. Fantastic in the comic books to slightly resemble John Krasinski in some sort of loose way.
Very good.
Now, it's not to say that anything's going to happen or that they're going to be doing a Fantastic Four, because that's a very, very... It's a virus that... It's a franchise that's filled with a virus, which is more the other way around. But I think the important thing here is that John Krasinski was asked, and he's like, if I'm right for the role, I'll do it. Now, here's the thing. We've talked about this many times. John Krasinski, Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
You've nailed 50% of the cast.
Absolutely.
There's literally... You can't get any better. John Krasinski looks the exact same as Mr. Fantastic, and Emily Blunt looks the exact same as the Invisible Woman.
And they have amazing chemistry
and
together.
And they're married.
Like, I would love to see it. I would love to see it happen. I think they'd be good actors to portray that. Like, what matters is the writing, honestly. Like, Marvel always pick good cast for it. I know these are fan favourites as well, which wouldn't hurt.
He's doing the press for A Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
So his exact quote is, I only just became aware of it recently. Someone just said it today that I'm being drawn like him, which I didn't know. I've seen the fan art. That guy, Boss Logic, has done some incredible stuff. I feel indebted to him because whether or not it happens, I can feel like it did, because I'll throw that on my wall and say, I did that.
Oh.
John Krasinski's a lovely man.
He's a nice man.
No, it's one of those things where I haven't really been a part of something where the Twitterverse or internet get behind it for a role. Certainly of that caliber. I love the Marvel movies. I love everything Kevin Feige does. The dude's a genius. So in him I trust, and if he wants me to do something like that, I would love to do it, something like that.
Okay.
So John Krasinski said, here, Kevin, I'm here.
Yeah, well, he's not saying no, anyway. But he's also not saying, no, I really, really want this. Because then that's just, if it is someone else, that's just setting them up to be just harassed to no end.
How could it be somebody else, though?
I don't know, man. There's lots of good actors out there.
I understand that, but I'm thinking, as I've already stated, you've already got 50% of the cast. Like, Emily Blunt normally, like, if John Krasinski signs on and he's like, they need an Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
She'd be like, alright.
So well.
We'll bring the kids to set, we'll come at the same time.
See, I don't know. I'd really like it to happen.
I just want to read.
It's so far down the line that I'm not predicting anything yet. I'd be more interested to see casting for Human Torch and The Thing.
I'm about to ask you who's your Human Torch and The Thing casting. We've talked John Cena as The Thing.
Yeah, John Cena's The Thing. It's not a bad one.
Maybe Jamie Bell. He's pretty big. What about Jamie Bell?
No, please not Jamie Bell.
Billy Elliot again?
Bring back Michael Chiklis.
Actually, he'd be pretty good still. Yeah. Although him and John Krasinski are so different in age.
I know, yeah.
Why are you hanging out with Michael Chiklis?
What if The Thing was played by Rainn Wilson?
No, he's the Human Torch.
Yeah, no, they're always at each other.
And they're so cool.
They're playing pranks.
Rainn Wilson is so cool. They're all like, damn you, Johnny, you're just so smooth with the ladies.
See, what I'm trying to think of is actors who haven't been cast in a Marvel property yet.
It's very few.
Yeah, specifically around that kind of age bracket.
Yes.
Like, like stars. I'm all for getting newcomers as well. I think that'll be an interesting way to go. But if we're looking at an existing pool of actors, and seeing who we can get,
Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch,
but do it right.
Do it right this time.
I know he was already in.
Imagine having Michael B. Jordan and making a bad movie.
Oh Jesus!
How would you pull that off?
Oh Jesus, lads!
How do you pull that off?
You just can't do it.
You just can't do it. Technically, he can't be in the Marvel universe now because
he was Killmonger.
Yeah. see, Marvel hoover up all of these lads. There's very few left.
Who could you get, man?
I think John Cena as The Thing is solid.
I think because he's enough of a light-hearted character as well that having John Cena do some jokes and shit.
Yeah, and I think he's really improved as an actor.
He has, yeah, he was good in Bumblebee.
See, I would have cast Batista, but
Yeah.
he's already Drax, so you can't cast Batista. You can't cast The Rock.
Yeah, see, because the thing as well, he was like military, he was Air Force.
Yeah.
You know, so he would be jacked as well.
So it's between him and Jamie Bell so far for that
So
casting.
far. But then who to get for the Human Torch? Bill Murray?
This is why we're not casting directors.
I know, yeah.
Bill Murray? What about Bill?
Like, I'm sure there's a list somewhere of Dream Human Torch casting. And if anyone has one, do send it on, 'cause I think that'd be really interesting.
Send it to us on Twitter, because, I mean, I think if you get John Cena, John Krasinski, and Emily Blunt, that's a very strong cast.
It really is.
So far, you haven't even gotten the Human Torch yet.
Yeah, and like they'll all let each other shine as well. Like, you're not casting a Tom Cruise.
Yeah, there's no, like, standout.
They're all good, like.
Yes. And John Cena used to be, like, kind of looked down on, like, you're not a very good actor or whatever.
Yeah.
But recently he's really shown, like, how much he has improved, and now I think he kind of has the chops that you could throw him in there and it wouldn't be out of left field.
Exactly, yeah. I don't feel he'd be out of place in it at all.
No. So, okay. So, John Krasinski, he wants to play Mr. Fantastic. I think, go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
fire away.
Okay, we're moving on
It would be fantastic
Oh, Jesus Christ.
for John Krasinski.
It will be the thing.
Good. Equally as good.
Now, I was thinking we had one more story left.
Yeah.
We actually have two.
Oh.
Don't get scared.
Sorry.
So,
I hate surprises.
our next piece of news is that the original X-Force movie director reveals details for Fox's cancelled trilogy.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So this is X-Force that we saw in Deadpool 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Deadpool 2. So, this was just in regards to Deadpool 2 and the X-Men franchise in itself, because of course Fox owned all that shit.
They did, and they were really trying to capitalise on it.
And their main idea was that they were going to do a whole host of X-Force films, a trilogy of X-Force films.
Ooh, that's 3.
That is 3. Wadlow, his name is Jeff Wadlow. He's the writer of, director of, he would have been the writer and director of the X-Force movies. So he is talking about what they were going to do. So, Wadlow's X-Force would have consisted of public school mutants with no benefactor looking out for them. Eventually Cable, a different Cable than the one from Deadpool 2,
Right.
would have presented himself as a darker mentor than what we've seen before. So it would have actually had Deadpool in it, and it would have focused less on, like, the privileged Wolverine and Professor X mutants.
Yeah, they're the mutants that were lucky enough to get found and brought in.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
And so he said, I plotted out this 3-movie arc that took the X-Force from what it was in the 90s with Rob Liefeld, with a band of kids fighting for what they believe in. And then by the third film, the group would have grown and changed and lost and picked up some new members, and basically turned into Rick Remender's version of X-Force in the early 2000s. That was a much darker hit squad and Black Ops team who had lost their way over the course of the 3 films.
Right, okay, so you're watching them from kids to...
Kids and Deadpool, or else they would have picked up Deadpool along the way.
Yeah.
And they start off with all these ideals, and every movie they get darker and darker until the third one they're like, what the fuck have we become?
Yeah. Oh, that's quite a cool way of doing it, and doing a trilogy as well.
Yeah.
See, because we've seen 2 versions of X-Force in all of the X-Men movies. We've seen the ones in Deadpool,
Yes.
where they all die immediately. Just fucking amazing.
It's the best scene of the whole movie.
It really is. And we've seen them in X-Men Origins Wolverine,
Yes.
where
That's an even better movie.
even better movie.
Yes.
But that seems like that version of X-Force has taken that in like a vacuum. That seems more like what's being pitched here, that they turn into this just... They're essentially committing war crimes and shit like that, and they're just bad people.
But we like them?
Yeah, like they're shit, but they're...
There are shitheads.
They're
Deadpool.
They're Deadpool. They're all Deadpool.
Like, they're all dickheads, but you kind of like them.
They'll all do terrible, terrible things. But if you've seen them and you remember, like, oh, that was the kid who was worried about people, and then now they really will kill anyone. That's a sad change to see in someone.
You see it often.
You do
Few
indeed.
lads I went to school with had the exact same transition.
But like, it's all very well and good saying this on paper. I don't know whether that would have been the full result.
Well, this was the Fox's original plan, because the thing about Disney buying up all this shit is Fox can now just willy-nilly say what they were going to do and sound amazing. It's like, yeah, we were going to make a fucking Wolverine 17 and he was going to be fucking amazing. Hugh Jackman was going to come back.
No, like, that's true. But also, I'm sure the pitch for X-Men Origins Wolverine sounded class. You know?
True.
And
Well, are you saying it wasn't class? What about the scene where he's in the bathroom and he like puts up his claws, he's like clang clang.
the weird CGI claws?
Oh, I wouldn't say weird, I would say seamless. Clang clang.
Then he cut the sink in half.
Just gonna sink it half.
It's
Pretty cool.
not a good movie. Remember they sewed Deadpool's mouth shut?
They got Ryan Reynolds in to play Deadpool and sewed his mouth shut.
You know, the merc with the mouth.
The merc with the sewn mouth.
The sewn up mouth. And they turn him into Baraka from Street Fighter.
Yeah, no, he's got all of the powers.
Yeah, he's got everyone's powers all the time.
That's good. I think that's a really good thing.
That's the best version of Deadpool.
Has there been another one?
Comics, like, you know.
The comic version. Yeah,
Best film version
Film
of Deadpool.
adaptation. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of any comic book character.
Ever. Fuck.
Even
So technically you can say Ryan Reynolds is perfectly cast as Deadpool.
in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
In X-Men Origins Wolverine.
That's the one, like, caveat for that sentence.
Wow.
I know.
Put that on. This is how we advertise the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to move on to our last piece of news.
I think we just skip this one. I don't
Skip
think
it?
anyone cares.
No need?
I don't think there's any buzz around it.
I think that they're slowly releasing more Batman stuff every single week. Matt Reeves knows how to build excitement.
He does indeed. And how to get likes on Twitter.
Oh, he loves those likes and follows.
Yeah, notice he never puts it out through an official publication.
Now, you know what
It's
I think?
always on his Twitter.
He's looking for that clout. That social
All
media
he wants
clout.
is clout. The trailer's going to be on TikTok, lads.
7 seconds.
No, TikTok can be any length.
Can it be?
I think so.
Is Vine... Oh, we've talked about this. Vine is 7.
Vine was 6.
Vine was 6.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I know.
7's a much better number than 6.
I know, but that's what breeds creativity.
I suppose. You have to think outside the box.
Absolutely.
That will let one less extra second.
That'll get you.
We know, as Viners. So, the Batmobile. It was revealed by Matt Reeves during the week.
And some lovely photos.
The first look at the vehicle, Sean, the computer agrees.
Computer is like, yes, vehicles.
That's Morse code for class. What are your thoughts?
I like it. By and large, I like this version of the Batmobile.
Yes.
It feels more like kind of animated series-y in that it's pretty much a car.
It's sleek.
It is sleek.
It's very
not
sleek.
The tank that Christian Bale had, or that Ben Affleck had.
Or the killing machine that Ben Affleck had.
Just a gun with wheels on it.
I made a turret first and then I built a car
around that then. Whereas this feels like a muscle car that's just been adapted into, you know, that's been made bulletproof and put wings on it and a big booster on the back.
And what I absolutely love is that because it's so lightweight, it resembles this Batman. Like, this Batman we talked about, Robert Pattinson, he's all going to be about speed and just, he's what takes all the weight off. Because he's young, he's fast, and he wants to, like, dance around the criminals.
Yeah, we've seen some stuff about the costume that, like, it's in bits. Like, the shoulders are separate from the chest plate, so he has full freedom of movement.
And so it reflects even in his car, that his car is stripped down to the bare essentials. He just wants to get to A to B as slick as possible. He doesn't need a tank. Because he's only starting. So even then, like, if you raise the idea that maybe later on he would build himself a vehicle that has way more weapons because he's in situations where, like, fuck, I really wish my car had some weapons right now.
What he's coming up against at the minute is not tank worthy.
He just needs to get to the crime.
Yeah, it's a way to get around but still inspire fear.
And not run.
not run there.
Fuck.
It's, and no, I'm sure this car is fucking, like, bulletproof and all the rest of it. And I hope it has some gadgets.
It kind of looks like a James Bond.
I was gonna say, it looks like it's You know, if that was an Aston Martin, it wouldn't look out of place in a James Bond movie, really.
No, I think it actually, like, sometimes you see, I'm not a big car guy, but I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool for a Bat car or a Batmobile.
What it looks like is there's like a whole group of people that just turn cars, like regular cars, into Batmobiles.
Yeah, they strip it all back.
Strip it back and just make it around the chassis then.
Yeah.
And if it feels very real and doable, and that's what that reminds me of.
Now, there were some people that were giving out that this is not the Batmobile. This is just like a car that's been stripped back.
That's
like,
what the Batmobile is.
Now, to be fair, see, the problem is we've seen the tanks and we've seen the big massive cars and stuff like that. But in the comic books, this car actually reminds me of, Jason Todd.
Yes.
One of our famous Robins.
Yes.
His first encounter with Batman was he was taking the tyres, or the wheels off the Batmobile.
Yeah.
And if you go back to that panel, it's just a fucking car.
It's a regular black car.
He's just taken the wheel off the Batmobile, but it's like the regular it just looks like a car, like this does.
Yeah.
That has like, and even the lights at the back actually kind of come up like that. It has like the little flap pointed out.
Yeah.
They're kind of pointier, and it looks very similar to that. So I looked at it as like, it's good to take inspiration from probably numerous sources in the comic books, but this is definitely not out of left field in this design.
Not at all. I think it fits with this Batman, which is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if it's completely out there from the comics once it works with the Batman.
Yeah,
and it works with what we've seen of the bike as well.
Yeah, it would look ridiculous if he was like all about lightweight and he has that nice the motorbike that's all about speed.
Yeah.
And he's got this big fucking bulky tank.
Yeah, like it would make no sense. On the subject of Batman photos, did you see the behind the scenes, like the set photos of the stuntman on the bike?
Yes.
Gave a full look at the suit.
Yes.
We never got to talk about that.
We didn't, because I think, was it the week in between? Oh yes, because I was away last week.
Yeah.
I would say that was probably more of a stunt suit though. There's probably a bit more padding on that in regards to the stunt suit.
I get you, and it's a bit more refined what the actual suit would be.
Yeah, probably the actual suit is they'll strip that away a bit more. But I think it looks quite good. It's all in black.
It's all in black. And the gauntlets, he has big thick gauntlets on his arms. I don't know if that's a stunt suit thing.
Although Batman coming from the League of Assassins would have big gauntlets on his arms, because they normally have gauntlets.
I get you, yeah.
That's where he kind of gets it from.
Yeah.
But I think the suit itself, I don't really kind of read too much into those stunt photos.
Yeah.
In terms of,
I like how it looks beside the car here. There's a photo of him standing beside it, and you see the cape and everything.
It looks kind of greyer.
Yeah.
There. I think I prefer a greyer suit.
Yeah, because it's anything super black, just you lose detail.
I think if it's super black, it reminds me too much of The Dark Knight or Batman Begins. And I think, not that you should distance yourself from that suit, because obviously those are amazing Batman movies. Or amazing movies. Maybe not Batman movies. Oh, he's not a detective. Where's that bullet gone in the wall? No. But I think that suit is very black. But that just is Christopher Nolan. Like
that's how that world is.
And like every Batman has a unique suit, so you can't just go, we'll go all black, because that's all black. Whereas if you go slightly grey and the shoulder pads aren't detached, I think that's way cooler.
Yeah, I like. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I want to see it in motion.
But at the same time, I want to see nothing more of this movie other than a trailer. Stop showing me behind the scenes.
Yeah, like, oh man, if they show him without the cowl in the bat suit, that's going to be weird. If they release that first, I feel.
I think leave that.
Yeah, leave it for the.
You don't have to show us everything, Matt. I know social clout is big for you, right?
I know you want those likes.
But once you do the suit and the Batmobile, what's left?
Yeah, and the bike is out there as well.
The Not officially. Wing?
Yeah, the cave.
The cave, maybe.
If there's a bat cave on the go,
yeah,
that's going to be an odd one to see.
It looks like I had the DeLorean. Looks kind of like the DeLorean.
It has like the open back kind of a deal.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to look like.
And it's weirdly low key in a kind of weird. It's definitely more low key than a fucking tank.
Do you mind if I come around just have a look at the picture there? Because it's. Yeah, like it looks like a sports car that he's modified. But also, I think it's like teched up to the nines. Like.
Do you think it has toys? Do you think it has lots of gear?
I think so. I think. Not guns, surely. But I'd like to see like
no guns.
guns. I hope there's like an oil slick button
Oh, yeah.
A big net.
A big net. There's a button that releases marbles.
Oh, classic. A grappling hook on the side so he can corner.
Has it? If you've got a grapple hook around like a turn, your car isn't good enough, man.
Not at all.
No.
And it makes sense in the world. Like the animated series car, it looks like a regular car, but it's real long.
Yes, it's too long.
It's too long to realistically drive around corners.
It's too long to even, like, what's the point?
Why is it all there?
Yeah.
Whereas that feels more like it's weird saying it, an understated Batmobile.
Which is like complete, it's a dichotomy of a statement.
Yeah.
To say it's because normally the Batmobile is brash.
Loud and ostentatious.
Yeah, it's like, wow, look at this fucking car.
I like the Clooney Batmobile.
Do you?
With the fucking reactor core in the hood of it.
That's very Adam West.
It really is.
Yeah.
The Adam West Batmobile is also, like, it has the weird 2 dome, one for the passenger, one for the driver.
That's very Adam West. So you couldn't do that again, though. That's the problem.
You couldn't. I'd like to see it done, though.
This Batman has no friends as well, so he's no need for 2 domes.
That's true. One-seater Batmobile.
He's like arresting Riddler. Now, I'm going to have to sit on my lap. Yeah. I don't have...
Ties into a roof rack.
His bike that he has strapped to the back as well. Yeah. Now Riddler just wrapping him up.
Jeez.
And there's a mattress on the roof.
Oh yeah, of course.
She's moving house.
Oh, sure, it's tough. Like, let's bring it down to the cave.
So the Batman is going to be released June 25th, 2021. Sean,
it's a while out for as much material.
It's way
as
too
have.
much.
Like,
should have waited until like October and then showed all this shit.
Yeah, that might be the way to go. I guess it's a hype thing.
Yeah,
but you have to maintain it.
I don't think you can maintain it. A year and a half out is a long time to start fucking pumping something in.
It is, but also, like, I also get that there are set photos leaking every day. I get he wants to be the one to reveal, this is what the Batmobile looks like.
Yeah.
This is what Batman looks like.
Then he gets all the clout and all the power.
What more do you want?
No.
Still got a gun in his chest.
Still got 2 guns in his hands.
And a third in his foot.
Foot gun.
Then he turns around, that's right, another gun.
In his ass.
in his ass.
He's holding it in his cheeks.
Perfect trigger control.
Affleck's like, fuck, that's not too many guns. Another few.
More guns.
I think that's it for this week's Movie Mondays.
What a week of news.
What a week of news.
A lot's happened since we first started talking.
A lot has happened.
Hopefully there's no news came out as we were recording this.
Oh man, that would be classic us.
It really would, wouldn't
They've dropped a trailer for the Batman.
Oh no.
I've now jinxed it that they're definitely going to release a trailer.
They really, yeah. Or there'll be a photo of a penguin or some shit.
Yeah, something stupid.
Yeah.
Dickheads.
Pricks. Shall I take us out?
Sure, go on. Do you have any more vendettas, or you fine?
Just let me check the address book. All of a sudden. I'll be honest, Connor, I've made some enemies.
Frank, from when I was 12, stole my Lego.
Listen, Frank, we're going to settle this right now. You're a dickhead. I'm a legend.
Frank's all, damn.
No, but thanks everyone for listening to this episode of Movie Mondays. We're back on Wednesday with Weird News Wednesday, Friday with Hero or Zero, and next Monday with another episode of Movie Mondays. Big thank you to all our patrons who support us over on Patreon. They include Alexander Williams, Ciara Lawler, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Ray Ging, Roisin Hally and Ryan Evanson. Excuse me, Ryan, I'm so sorry. I know, look, I failed you all.
He's added you to his list of enemies.
Jesus, oh man, I'm number 1 and 2 on mine.
And 2?
Yeah, just to be sure. If you want to support us on Patreon, it's patreon.com/HeroesForHirePodcast, or there's a link in the description. But if you can't do that, or you just don't want to, the best way you can ever support the show is by telling one human being that we exist.
Just the one.
Just the one, lads. We're on all the social medias: Facebook, Heroes for Hire Podcast; Instagram, Heroes for Hire Podcast; Twitter, @Heroes for Hire Pod. The 4 is the number 4. Or you can email us, heroesforhire_@outlook.com. Message us if you have, Human Torch casting, or thoughts on the Bat stuff.
Or send us any trailers you want us to review. Give us ideas.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, lads, we're drained. We've nothing left. We've been doing our best. Also, we will be putting up this month for our patrons our Lazarus Pit episode.
Oh, yes!
Have we announced what that's on yet?
I think we have.
Okay.
It's Spider-Man 2.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2.
It will be coming out next week. It normally comes out middle of the month.
Yeah, round about then. So look forward to that. If you're a member on Patreon, that's for $5 and above.
Yes.
So it's our Patreon exclusive Lazarus Pit. Or what do we call it, Connor?
The Patreon exclusive Lazarus Pit.
Pelp.
No,
correct. We call it the Pelp. And we both call it that. And we both love the name.
Goodbye. I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Sean Mead.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.